महकाना राहों में, जो भी आए राहों में, जो भी आए, देता चल तू प्रभु पैगाम। सांझ हो गई सृष्टि चक्र की, सांझ हो गई सृष्टि चक्र की। Good morning, everyone. Happy Guruvar. I'm sure you are experiencing that beauty and silence, deep silence of the morning. So let's continue our daily practice. And today, it's a very interesting Murli that we will revise. So let's share it. Give me. Okay. So today we will revise the Murli from 14th of July 1972, and the title is Be an Entertaining Yogi for Final Service. So this is final service for which entertainment, I was reminding, is very, very necessary, because through entertainment we can draw everyone's attention. But Baba is really bringing some other very deep matters, so we'll look at that. We can churn on it. But otherwise, like how we tell stories, and that stays in our heart and mind, we don't forget. So is that we can do to be entertaining yogis and do this final service effectively. So let's listen to Baba. So just as the incognito investigators of the government make new plans and investigate wherever wrong activity is being carried out, in the same way, all of you are the incognito investigators of the Pandav government. Do you make new plans for those who deceive souls, for those who show them the wrong path, or who corrupt everything, or who are instrumental in making them fall? It's Baba's bringing attention to the how government look for the flaws in others. So Baba is saying that government constantly makes new plans through which the corrupt cannot escape their vision. You have now spread the sound in all four directions. However, are you paying attention to those scholars and pandits who are instruments in giving wrong knowledge instead of the accurate knowledge? So how one government, to take care of themselves, they do find flaws in others, and corruption that is being done must come to the light, and they have wrong intentions, but they still do that. So for us, Baba is wanting us to be alert, to see how things work in the world and how we can actually spread Baba's true knowledge properly, so that the whole world gets the true knowledge. So Baba is saying that you have now spread the sound in all four directions. However, are you paying attention to those scholars and pandits who are instruments in giving wrong knowledge instead of the accurate knowledge? The sound can reach many through just one. Who can become the instrument for this? You relate knowledge to ordinary people all the time, and those amongst them who are to become instruments are making effort according to their capacity as they move along. So Baba is saying we give knowledge to the ordinary people, and among them, whoever are instruments, according to their part, they make their effort as per their capacity while moving along in this path. However, through whom will the sound be spread? So who would be that instrument? Baba is asking. So would you be that instrument and spread Baba's knowledge, or do that effort that, all those who spread Baba's knowledge, inaccurately in the path of devotion, can you reach out to them and make a difference, make the true knowledge reach to them? Like, do we think to that level? So Baba is saying that you give knowledge to ordinary people, and some of them become instrument according to capacity and move along in this path of knowledge. But to whom will the sound be spread? Is the final praise of the Shaktis a praise because of the ordinary subjects? Will the power of the Shaktis be revealed to these ordinary people? The sound cannot spread so much through the politicians because people are aware of the weaknesses of whoever becomes a leader. So we know Shaktis, right? Baba is further explaining on that. Shaktis are all Brahma Kumaris, or the daughters of Shiv, and Brahma Kumars are called Pandavas. So Baba is also talking about Pandav army. Baba is asking that who would be the soul who can spread the true knowledge. And politicians cannot be, because, well, people don't really trust them. Whoever become the leader have weaknesses. Nowadays, it is the rule of the subjects over the subjects. And so there isn't any influence from the sound of the leaders. So who will become an instrument to spread the sound from one to many? Everyone is trapped in the chains of the gurus. No matter what they are internally, all their disciples have the habit of saying, it is true, to whatever the gurus say, because of blind faith. The leaders do not have followers to say that whatever they say is true. So when will the praise of the Shaktis be put into a practical form? So one is blind faith, all the disciples of gurus. They just say, yes, it is true, whatever the gurus say. And the leaders have a bad reputation. And the followers don't say it is true. They don't really, they know the corruption in the politics. So Baba is then asking, when will the praise of the Shaktis be put into a practical form? Have you not yet prepared the ground for it? What do the incognito investigators do? They surround those who corrupt everything. In fact, those who corrupt everything are very important people from whom the government benefits a great deal. They do not chase after ordinary people. So we know that politics is to rule, to keep the harmony for the well-being of all. That is what is golden age. But right now it is the total corruption in the government, and the focus is in the competition war between them. And so Baba is saying that they surround themselves with corrupt people, or that cognitive investigators who can bring benefit to them by bringing, whatever weaknesses the other party have. They don't chase after ordinary people, or they don't actually take care of ordinary people. But then Baba is asking, what is that we are doing? So Baba then continues about the politicians, that they continually make new plans on how to expose their corruption, the other party's corruption. Does your intellect work in this way, or are you content with easily creating subjects? You have to put into practice whatever is most instrumental to create that influence. So subjects, and Maharathi Baba talks about that great yogis, great warriors. So influential people, or like a big sannyasi who is influential, if they can be influenced or understood, they will understand this knowledge, then they're not subjects. They can spread the word far or more efficient. Baba is bringing it is such a comparison with the politics, how they are very alert to do their work. We should be alert for our work. So Baba is saying that, are you just content with easily creating subjects, or does your intellect work to do that kind of service, to find those influential people who could be instrumental to spread Baba's true knowledge? So you have to put into practice whatever is most instrumental to create that influence. When will that happen? When you first create plans in your intellect and have the enthusiasm of doing it today. So when when you can have your enthusiasm to the highest is whenever your plan comes to the intellect, you feel very excited, enthusiastic, then put it into practice that day, right away, not delay, and then the enthusiasm goes down too. Baba is saying, do you have these thoughts now, or are your thoughts merged? Merged means you don't even get those thoughts. Similarly, although you continue to do service, it is just a means of creating subjects. However, you have to find a practical means of spreading the sound through which revelation will take place. There is said to be an influence when those who divert other people actually come in front of you. There is said to be an influence when those who divert other people actually come in front of you. It isn't a big thing if those who are diverted come in front of you. This is why the Shaktis and the Kumaris are praised more than the Father. Kumaris means Brahma Kumaris. This does not mean that there would only be Brahma Kumaris. All are Brahma Kumars and Kumaris, children of Brahma. The arrow was shot by the Kumaris, not Kumars. So Kumaris were put forth, put in the front. The father himself did not personally come in front of them, but he placed the Shaktis in front of them. So those souls who are influential in, like diverted, Baba was talking about, so in the society, to reach out to the souls right now, there is deeper understanding about it as we also churn more, that Shaktis are put in the front because Shaktis can only make the arrow hit at the right place. because of the softness, the tolerance, the humility, the power is in Shaktis or Kumaris. Baba has mentioned sometimes that why not the brothers or Kumars in the front, because and the male quality of ego may come, the service cannot go. So for the valid reason that we can all understand actually, but Baba power, use that as power for all the things that women were put down. So I hope you have heard that. So Baba had said that to, I think Brijmohan Bhai shares that. So, or even, yeah, other senior brothers. So Baba is saying, and that is the drama, and that is how in the scriptures also it is said that God puts the urn of knowledge on the head of Lakshmi or women, not men. But however, Baba explains further that, of course, Pandava and Shaktis both are important. So the father himself did not personally come in front of them or the world, but he placed the Shaktis in front of them. The Shakti army is instrumental for this in a practical way. And so the special task that has been remembered of the Shaktis is because of this. But no matter who, you can draw the attention and you can bring that true knowledge out to whoever it is. And the influential people will also come from this society. And that's how Mama had been praised and has been praised always, that how she would go anywhere and any conflict dissolves or the knowledge had been felt, understood, followed. So Baba is saying that the Shakti army is instrumental for accurately spreading the knowledge, like the arrow has to strike in a practical way. And so the special task that has been remembered of the Shaktis because of this, do you have that zeal and enthusiasm? Or are you happy in just having seminars? You have all the means of creating subjects number wise. Many come into connection and thereby become subjects. But now you have to move further forward than this in order to put the final type of service into a practical form. You have to make the preparations now. See? So we can even check ourselves that are we just the subject kind? Are we just content with that little effort we make? Or are we seriously understanding what actually Baba is teaching in the Murlis? And do I spend time in churning that and bringing that practically to my life? And that means it's very deeper aspects, like all the system, custom, the belief system, or even the moral ways of living, everything will be questioned when you put Srimad as your first choice. To live by Srimad of God, that highest elevated directions of Baba from the Murli, he says, is very deeper aspect, or it needs a lot of power in ourselves. I think Baba is wanting to bring that attention into our mind, that what kind of soul are you? What kind of Baba's child and helper are you? First of all, are you deeply realizing who you are, what powers you have, and what is the task that Baba wants from me right now? So Baba is saying, then of course Baba is talking about service, that don't be just happy creating other souls. They're subjects and they are happy receiving peace, connecting with Baba, but we have to move forward from that that Frangar or Maharati, that powerful influential and powerful higher stage souls, you should be instrumental to bring them as well. Because in order to put the final type of service into a practical form, you have to make the preparations now. First of all, create a thought and then make plans for it, and then put those plans into a practice. We all can take our work today, homework, that first of all, create a thought. What kind of service would you do? Like that needs courage, that needs like breaking out of boundary. Go to, for example, I want to meet the health minister, I want to talk that this or this or this be done. Or am I just thinking, or am I actually taking a step forward, realizing or feeling, experiencing, knowing that Baba is with me? So create a thought, what you can do. Maybe not in big level, but yet do something out of box, do a step new or extra. That create a thought and then make plans for it, and then put the plans into practical form. Like do it, take your steps, move forward in doing it. Time is needed for that too, but you have to begin now. It is just as it was in the beginning. You had the enthusiasm of giving the message to those who made you fall. So it is just as it was in the beginning. You had the enthusiasm of giving the message to those who made you fall, or whoever do anything negative. We want to give the message to them, right? In between, you went into the expansion of creating subjects. However, whatever happened in the beginning has to happen at the end. Just as you make effort to liberate others from the chains of Maya, in the same way, this is also a big chain. This chain will take an attractive form and attract you towards itself, or by giving you some temporary attainment to their intellect, they trap you in their chains. When will you liberate everyone from all of this? Like the wrong trap, Baba talking about the pundits, the scholars. Do you plan to give them the right message and maybe find that clarity in them so that they can influence with the right knowledge to bigger people group of. So Baba is saying that people have, the souls in the chain, they're influential, but when will you liberate everyone from all of this? The means for the final influence is the ant that even makes an elephant fall. The means for the final influence is the ant that even makes an elephant fall. Praise is always of something of wonder. So we know the story that ant can even make the elephant fall. So whoever maybe seem like elephants or that are like the wrong way, how can we make them fall or awaken this knowledge? And Baba says, liberate everyone and even yourself, right? And when Baba says praise is always of something of wonder, praise can also trap. So I think that's why I said today's Murli is quite deep. We can go in many avenues to understand it deeper. Baba says, you relate the knowledge to the ordinary subjects, but that is not a big thing. Even those who corrupt everything do this. Even the false people attract others towards themselves. However, you now have to expose the secrets of those who consider themselves to be Maharathis. Make them bow down, then it would be said to be a wonder. And Maharathi actually outside, right? like Mandaleshwar and all, like Baba also talks about many Murlis. So Baba is saying that bring them to, this true knowledge. So make them bow down. Then it would be said to be a wonder. Does your intellect work towards showing such wonders? Only when you prove the false to be false will there be victory for the truth. Only then will there be the prize of victory. Then you will not need to make so much effort. You need to create plans for this and a method for this, and internally have that intoxication of being the incognito investigator. So plan, and of course, you are the victorious. You will be victorious because it is towards that task of God, establishing truth in the world, right? And Baba is your helper. It is our duty to expose their secrets. We are the instruments for this. Only when you have this zeal and enthusiasm within can this task be accomplished. This cannot be done by arranging a program. If you give someone a program to do this and this, they will not be able to do it. They will not have that much power to face anyone. However, there should be the internal force that you have to do this. Only then can it happen in a. Sometimes we discuss about programs, particularly I think in abroad. We discuss or think a bit more, because here it may not be accepted, it may not be heard. The program has to be a bit subtle, this way, that way. So Baba is saying that an internal force, intoxication, understanding, power has to be there in order to make any, powerful service plan successful. Otherwise, we cannot just lay out a program and plan and give few people responsibilities, and it can, by you having the thought, it will then happen practically. So you, Baba's children, so by you having, will then happen practically. At present, everyone's vision is looking out for a wonder. However, without the Shaktis, neither the Pandavas nor anyone else can accomplish this. We are Shiv Shaktis. We take power from Baba. And without Shaktis, that is a big truth, and that's how it played out. That's how Brahma Baba put Shaktis in the front, not other didn't come in front, neither as Brahma Baba in the front, nor Shiv Baba in any other miraculous way. So without the Shaktis, neither the Pandavas nor anyone else can accomplish this task. The Shaktis have to be the instruments in the beginning, just like the wandering yogis. You used to go wherever you had the thought of going, and you used to move along with that force. And according to your capacity, you also attained success. Same way, you need the wandering yogis for this also. You have become very busy in creating subjects, and your time is spent in sustaining the creation that you have. So Baba is saying you have become very busy in creating subjects and sustaining them. But what is most important is to understand that it is now again the end time, and as it happened in the beginning time, become like that enthusiastic wandering yogis, and wherever the thought comes, we'll think of how we can do that effective, powerful, children creation. I mean, powerful service. And as the thought came, they went ahead and they succeeded at the beginning. That is also going to happen now. And so you need the wandering yogis for this also. And it is like the yogis or whoever are there, you have to go and give the knowledge to bring them to this. Acha. So that was this very short and sweet Murli today, but I think very deep and very new avenues Baba talked about. So we need to really churn and understand and bring some practicality in our life. Om Shanti. Let's 1 minute pause and we can have a discussion or sharing. Thank you. So we can bring on our discussions, our points. I know beautifully Girija has put in the chart. So what Baba is actually indicating is towards the last service, and that would be to become a yogi who remembers and enjoys Baba's knowledge wherever he is. And it's like Gyan ki masti mein rehne wala, chalta firta yogi, always enthusiastic, merged in love for Baba, in knowledge, chalta firta yogi. So wherever, whatever they may be doing, they're yogis. We have to become that. Time is coming. Time is here. Okay. Anyone else would like to share their point from today's morning? I hope we gathered something that stayed in our intellect, or we are thinking very deeply. Anyone?
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti, sister. Yes.
You know, when we are in love, when we fall in love, we are really so happy, we would like to share it with somebody close to us. And we would like, you'll see we glow, everything in us, as in everything in the world, other world is detached, nothing exists for us but just our love.
Mm-hmm.
That is one aspect of being in love. Another aspect is also we want others also to fall in love. That's where, and really when you're in love, you are lost, like Shakuntala was lost in the love. So sometimes we are lost in love. But Baba here, he knows, no, I want you to go, I want you to go. So sometimes I feel a kind of thing. What is Baba, when Baba, the one with 1,000 arms, the one with whom we call 1,000 suns, he has to just touch like that and he can change the world. But just see, he has made me think. I think this is the intoxication which I first get whenever this word Ramta Yogi comes. Just wandering, telling, hello, Baba's come, this is just time. I think that's the intoxication I would like to start with. Om Shanti.
That's beautiful. Yes, Baba had chosen me, the most powerful, almighty authority. So with that intoxication, just be happy, immersed in love, and keep shining. Right. Thank you, Girish sister. Anyone else would like to bring on the point? Is it all clear? Any question? Any discussion that we need? I'm not sure. So if
Still,
that,
we definitely need some interpretations from you, because okay, with intoxication we are ready, but Baba has given us a job. You know that one word where he said, expose the Maharathis, and it's not a joke. You go and sit in a debate, and when you see these sages and sannyasis and gurus and all, you know, the way they give out the knowledge. I've seen so many of the senior sisters, they go. But now Baba is saying, no, you have to create wonders and they have to go down. And once when they do, so for that, because otherwise there are allegations, there are interpretations, and the knowledges are all covered. So what I think, first of all, is this the true knowledge, the true father? Because I've tried many times, you know, the knowledge, especially the tree and the cycle and all. I found nothing works. If you're able to prove just these two things, in truth, you are a soul, and in truth, this knowledge is given by God Himself. That I think should be the underlying foundation, the power of truth, godly authority. Then the true recognition. For this, you need fearlessness, you need carefree. I think this needs a work from us, that because only God can give true knowledge. So if you are able to bring about in those people, ye sacha gyan hai, yahi hai, this is the one, no one else. I think that if it's given, everything else is etc. etc. This is what is important to be given. When they get that vibration from me, they are talking with such authority as if they are the constitution. Then you can do. Otherwise, I think I have to wait for Baba to do some miracles.
we don't have to wait for Baba to do miracles, but you are doing right. As you said, you try. So as Baba said, I think that wanting to do service, understanding that who is with you and who you are, chosen by God, as you just said. And Baba says, just have the thought, put some plan, and just go and do. And wonder will happen, right? Like we have to be there, and Baba then only can do the wonder through us. But I think maybe we shouldn't put our focus on that it is going to work, or it didn't work, or they are not getting it. Maybe that is exactly what karm karo, phal ki aasha mat karo. I think just take your intoxication thought and run forward, putting it onto Baba. I would say that way. And then only you'll see wonders. It's not you. God is already doing. God is using you. Let Him do the one. Thank you, Girija sister. Anyone else? Balvinder, you would like to say any point? Because you are unmuted.
Om Shanti Ji, sister and Divine family. I have 2 points. First point, yes, Baba, I will be careful because I think I have forgiven to loved ones, but I think I didn't, because when I'm doing my meditation, my loved ones, they are interfering. So this is my task. I have to forgive their mistakes, as well as I have to forgive myself. So I can settle karmic account already created out of ignorance, so I can do accurate yoga. So this is one point I am taking moving forward. Second point I would like to clarify, having accurate understanding of myself from his perspective, who I am. For example, if we look at the ocean, how fishes live their life. Similarly, I consider myself exactly like ocean, but over there is the ocean of water, but here is the ocean of invisible, imperishable, powerful, positive, and benevolent energy. So I am pure energy, make my body to function, which makes me to think, plan, discern, speak, and take action. And he is ever pure energy. If I keep my awareness 24/7 circulating, spinning in pure, positive, powerful, prosperous, benevolent thoughts and action, and my speaking, if I'm paying 100% attention, it means I'm living by him, I'm living with him, and I'm living in him in a combined state. Am I correct, Ji?
Yeah, I think so. Completely. Very nicely said. Our duty or work or effort is to keep the awareness, emerged, that merged in love for Baba. Who am I, with that all positive energy, and that's it. And of course, we have to forgive. We have to settle accounts. That there's no heaviness. That I can actually fly as a yogi. So understanding the thorough everything, whole knowledge, I think you summarized very well. Bring it in. The combined means, yeah, living by God's Srimad, and always knowing that He is with you. As many times Dadis also said that sometimes when the difficulty you feel, you say, Baba, you do it now. I'll not do it. You are with me combined, so you do it. And that's how, if we can keep that awareness awake, alive every moment, we would always succeed. We would change our sanskars very quickly, right? That is our aim. So all is good. Yeah. Take it forward, your understanding.
Thank you, Ji.
To Radhamani. Yes, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a wonderful, deep Murli. I have a little question. What is the last service which Baba is expecting from us, and how is the Ramta yogi or the entertaining yogi or a wandering yogi, that stage is related to this? If you could elaborate on this, Sister Om Shanti. What does Baba expect as in the last stage? Baba says the yagya, the initial stage is same as the last stage.
Exactly. So at the beginning phase, actually everybody would see Krishna in Brahma Baba. They saw the visions of like Krishna or Lakshmi in Mama, and likewise. So it is the miracle. People saw vision, it's not an imagination. So it was necessary for the ground to form, and that's how Shiv Baba helped or influenced it. That there were so many stories, like even senior dadis, somebody would bring them to Baba, and that day early morning in the dream, or that Dadi woke up and had seen Brahma Baba in the vision. So these are the miraculous things that happened in the beginning, and that is going to happen again at the end. And now it is through our awareness. It has to be so pure, so elevated, so merged in Baba's love that you don't evaluate or think anything. You just shine as Baba's child with that complete faith and trust that Baba is doing it and this world is changing. And I'm combined. He's doing through me whatever is happening. And that's how Baba also said today that at the beginning they just thought, came, and they did it. So you will not think, because you would be in that stage. So that is the last thing again will happen, where this people, whole world people, they talk about, oh, who is God, who is soul, we don't know, or this and that. The questions will finish because they will see visions through you, and the connection of that last service. So that because whole world has to get this knowledge at the end, the message. And that will happen through your stage of Ramta Yogi, who is merged, and very nicely, I think Girija sister has written, who remembers and enjoys Baba's knowledge wherever he is, and very intoxicated, very happy, very full of faith, no blind faith. I would say there is a connection that way. So maybe we can further.
Yeah. I think I got what you're trying to say is basically initially Baba said in the Murli that the souls were more focused on creating subjects by giving parichay of Baba's parichay to everyone. But now the last stage is basically to reflect God Himself. In
Exactly.
Hindi, we say
Reveal.
"Baap ko pratyaksh karna," to
Mm,
reveal God Himself through our
mhm.
thoughts, words, and actions. And that will happen only when we are in deep intoxication. We are fearless, as Sister
Yeah.
brought out,
Yeah.
fearless, and we are in that deep intoxication in the combined form. I think
Yeah.
that. Thank you, Sister. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Wonderful discussion and such a deep realization, right? So each of us can carry it and yes, tell Baba that yes, I'm the one. I'm chosen and I'll do it. I am, right? Okay. So yeah,
I
Bharti,
found this. I just one reflection I'll just share. I found this example of ant and a Maharati or a elephant very interesting because
yeah.
if you see an ant, she's so small and
Mhm.
but she's fearless and she can enter the the nose or the ear of a elephant and make it mad and ultimately the elephant may also it could be fatal. Elephant could die. So this ayatharth, which gyan which is there in the world, uh, that is Baba is saying ki we should be fearless. We should be so courageous, so intoxicated that we should not deter from you know uh,
Mhm.
destroying these kind of Maharathis who are doing the ayatharth, uh, unreal knowledge because we have the real knowledge. So
That's right. So at the moment in the world, you are like like an ant, insignificant, but you know you are not. And Maharathis who show or who are seen as influential, they are actually with falsehood, right? So there are so many ways to understand it. So Baba says, just go. Baba is with you. You are incognito, and you will make them fall in front of the truth, true knowledge. Yeah, it's a great Murli today.
Sister, just to seal my intoxication, I don't know, there are so many people in the chat box really intoxicating you. I just feel that song, yehi hai. This is the one, that's what Baba wants. Every finger should say, he has come, he has come. And nothing else exists, only Baba. Then only he'll come down from up above. And he wants all his children, not we BKs or children. But that I have to do. I like that. Like somebody written, wander children to create wonders. You are wandering yogis. Om Shanti.
Wonderful. I know in the chat everybody has read, right? It's really intoxication. Carry it with you, and I'm sure each of us here getting that. So thank you for all those like who have brought it forward. So I think Girija is saying at the end, like when all fingers point to one, this is the one. Just everything else crumbles, then he can come down to take us. God owns my face. That's beautiful. I think we are running out of time. Great. Let's take it with us. I think Bharati wanted to say something. If you can say, then maybe we'll just wrap up and it's meditation.
Om Shanti, sister. I just wanted to ask on the basis of today's Murli that how to improvise a yoga if we are lacking in it. Om Shanti.
Well, practice, practice, and more practice. And I think creating a plan to shift your thoughts, Baba, from time to time throughout the day, intentionally plan it so that that becomes your habit. And then when you sit in yoga, checking it, that where your thought dissolves, where you go away from Baba or Baba's thought to something else, how much grip you have on yourself to stop it and bring back to Baba. And I think the other thing most important to pay attention is settle accounts. Otherwise, that heaviness actually creates a lot of obstacles for our. So I think that's all I have to say at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you, sister.
Okay, I think maybe just let's 2 to 3 minutes. Feel Baba's love merged in his love, and we'll wrap up. Finish. So everyone, sit comfortably. Relax every parts of your body totally. And as you feel your breath gently going in and out, feel the shine of your light at the center of your forehead. And as you focus more on this light, you feel that total healing, complete silence. And in this silence, your mind rests from all other thoughts. So let your mind rest. And if any other thoughts come, gently let them float away. Come back to the shine of your light and that total inner silence. In this silence, feel the total comfort and healing. And you realize the shine of the source, the sweet Father, Supreme Soul, is continuously showering his light upon you. In that inner silence, you realize that you are not alone. Every moment you are combined with that loving energy that constantly shines your light. It is the source that fills you up, that embraces you with his love, as you are his most beloved child. You are his instrument. You are the lovely child, the helper. So feel this companionship. Feel totally immersed in his love, in his light. Feel your shining fortune. And feel your power that you have God's light that you are revealing, showing, and sharing with the world every few. Feel that merged light that you're carrying with you and shining bright from your forehead. You're totally merged, fully intoxicated and in love with God. And He naturally flows from you, constantly, you to the world. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Anuban. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, happy Sadgurua to all of you.
Shanti. Bye, everyone.